Hey, what's up? Okay, so Vanguard's turning 15 years old, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. There's been a 15th anniversary stream so far that I saw that kind of got my attention. Although I guess it's not the real 15th anniversary stream. There's that was just like the foreplay stream, and we get the real one on the 24th. So maybe I'll check that out too. But I've been, the 15th buzz has kind of got me, you know, taking a look at my socials again, which I try not to do, just because the internet's a horrible place a lot of times these days. And I saw Outer Orange uploaded a video the other day, kind of doing the solemn State of Vanguard thing, and it was a good video. Definitely check it out if you haven't already for whatever reason. And it caught my eye especially too because I think in the title it said something like about Premium being dead or over or whatever. That got my eye. We watched it on stream yesterday, and I shared a lot of thoughts on that stream, and I was just gonna throw that up here, but it was long and messy, and so I just kind of wanted to condense what my thoughts basically are and toss them out here, mainly just insofar as everything pertains to Premium, because I one time was the Premium guy. And Orange, to her credit, she's a very positive person. She didn't want to be mean or negative or bash anyone or anything. But I kind of do. Because I
have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, shall we? Yes, Premium is dead. Premium is dead, and it's been declining for a while. Orange even said so much in her video that she noticed, like, for the last couple of years it's been on kind of a decline, and yeah, I can definitely agree with that. That's what I felt too. Like, whenever I came back from Worlds 23, where I commentated for Premium, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it, and I wasn't really sure what to do or say at the time because my whole channel was kind of built on Vanguard, Premium, like hyper specifically, and I wasn't like, how do you say, oh, hey guys, I don't really like this game anymore and it's not really fun. I'm not enjoying it. You're dramatic. Sorry, my child. What was I talking about? You completely derailed my thought process. I guess actually the answer is you'd say it like this. Premium, I haven't had fun with Premium for a while. I basically took an entire year off of card games in general. Right here. Okay. No, you're done. You're done. You're done. Orange had a point that I understand but don't necessarily agree with, in that she felt like they couldn't they couldn't focus on it. Like, from a business perspective, they didn't have the resources to put into to focus on Premium. And I understand, because when you take into consideration that now they're doing this Godzilla card game and I guess a Pal World card game now too, which is wild. In fact, I was just looking it up before recording this and saw somebody on Reddit just absolutely lambasting Bushiroad, just talking about Pal World because of how they treat their games. The reason why I disagree is because Bushiroad's a huge corporation, right? They didn't have to make a Godzilla card game, but that's a big IP. So, money. Pal World bought a stake in Bushiroad, apparently. So again, money. Now I get it's a business and it's got to run on, it's got to have profits and stuff, but like, I guess I just take issue with them not having the resources for it, because they absolutely do, and they could. If they wanted to, they could absolutely put the time, attention, and energy needed to support this format, but they won't. Because other than some promos, it's been 2 years since we've gotten like a entry Premium product, I guess, and it's been 4 years since Premium Collection 2022. And that was something that Masha said that, I don't know, kind of blew my mind and kind of like got nostalgic over. because, you know, obviously I had a reveal for that, but it's not necessarily just for that, because it wasn't just that I had that opportunity, which was really cool and I had a lot of fun with, but it was that it like brought the community together, right? Like it brought the community to like get hyped together, to like look forward to the next video, to the next reveal, and who it was going to be, and like what clan was it going to be for, and stuff. And I don't know, it was really cool. And Bushiroad was getting involved with the community in that way, and they kind of haven't done that since. Like at the start of this decade, which feels weird to say, but at the start of this decade, they were actually like putting a lot of time, energy, and effort into investing in their community and interacting with their community. And that was like back when Maury P was around, which, not to romanticize that time period at all, but I mean, I'm kind of romanticizing, okay? It was fun. Also, the price of the game was mentioned. She mentioned that, and also yesterday in my Twitch chat, people were talking about how expensive the cards are and how difficult they are to come by in some cases. Of course, that's just a Brazil problem perpetually. I feel like Brazil just constantly keeps getting the short end from Bushiroad. You know, she mentioned how, like, you know, the price of the game, it is a little high. It's you know, expensive because of generics, but that also, like, yes, I get it. Generic cards are going to be expensive because there's more demand for them, because more people want them, but like, does every good generic need to be like as expensive as it is? Did they need to like neuter the pull rates of their sets? Like, because when Overdress first started, it wasn't like this. They had really good pull rates, they had like really good low rarity generics, and at every turn it's been a way to just screw the players over more. They neuter the pull rates, they cut down on the amount, or actually no, it wasn't that they cut down, they added more triple rares to a set, so they add more to the pool and they cut the pull rate. That's a one-way like what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we punishing players for playing your game? And I think, I'm honestly at this point, that's what I've been kind of seeing people too, is I think they want to be done with Vanguard. I think if, like, or at the very least, I mean, definitely with premium, when you have a premium weekend, that winning gets you an invite to Worlds, but not to play premium, the format that you played to qualify for it, but for standard, a format that you may not play. I feel like the message is pretty fucking clear. You had premium, you had fun with it, we put up with you long enough, play standard. If you want to play the game, you'll play standard. And I just absolutely cannot understand, one, this mentality, or two, treating your players so badly, because we are spoiled for choice with TCGs right now. Ultimately, the vibe I get is I feel like Bushiroad is much more interested in mining its current player base for as much money as possible while the getting is good, and the second they've extracted as much money as they can and it's not going to give any more, they'll cut it, just like they did Buddy Fight, just like they did Dragoborn, just like they did Luck and Logic, just like they'll probably do with Pal World. I don't know, maybe Pal World will be a good game. Lord knows they probably feel like it's a bigger IP. And I think that's the shame, because you just look at the 15th anniversary, well, the 4Play stream, it was mostly collabs with other bigger IPs. I think ultimately it's just depressing, because people have been saying, oh, Vanguard's dying for years now. It's like, I think my Twitch chat called it a Vanguardian's ass post, and it absolutely is. But at what point does it stop being just being a doomer and start being like an actual warning sign? And I think we're there. I don't think anything's gonna change. I don't think like anything's gonna happen. I think it's just done. It's just done. And I don't think people being doomer is like people being bitter. And even if they are bitter, it's for the same reason, just because they cared about this game and they want to see it succeed. I think ultimately even the bitter people that like say whatever is because maybe not now, but at one point they cared about this game and they wanted it to succeed. It just sucks to support a game where the company has taken at every opportunity the exact opposite course to make the game more successful and more appealing. I said something recently about Cardfight Online, which, God rest his soul. But if Bushiroad would have stuck with Cardfight Online, if they would have actually pushed that out to market, they would have beat Arena and Master Duel by like actual years. They would have beaten like Shadowverse to market probably. Not Pokemon, but Pokemon's had like a simulator since like 2012, but nobody played it then because it sucked. They dropped BRO, which was another thing that I felt like was really cool for players. It's like, I remember back a few years ago when Overdress was kind of happening. I can't remember, it was Different Fight. I can't remember if it was like a tweet or just like a clip or something. But he talked about Vanguard being the 4th biggest TCG at the time. Of course, now I don't think it even makes top 10. Like, just being honest with you. Vanguard had a lot of momentum then. They had a lot of good ideas. The $5 start decks were genius. And I can't believe that they haven't stuck with that. Why is an energy counter required to play when it's just a token? Why do I have to use the official one? Why are people charging $15 for a fucking energy counter? Like, that literally put me off a standard for like 2 years. Well, yeah, like when it came out, that put me off of it. But anyways, he said that, you know, we had a big 3. For all intents and purposes, Vanguard was 4th. He wanted to see like a big 4 instead, or like an elite 4, I think was the term to be cute about it. They just did not carry that momentum forward. Maury P left and was like, hey, but don't worry, you're getting your own English producer. Where has that guy been ever? Like, is he real? Does he exist? I mean, I've seen him. I know he's real. I've seen him like around, but I don't know. Apparently he just does whatever Japan says, which at that point, what is the point of having an American, or not American, but an English global producer if they're just gonna implement what is done in Japan, which, you know, cool, but it doesn't necessarily work globally. Like, things that work in Japan don't necessarily work globally, and things that work globally don't necessarily work in Japan. Case in point, Premium. But it just doesn't, I don't see why you can't just put the time and resources into it. They did, just like, they stopped supporting V Premium, and it died a slow, quiet death. And they're doing the same thing to Premium. You stop supporting it, nobody plays it. Guess we'll cut it. Gee, I wonder why they played it. And it's just such a shame because they had such a good thing going with V Collections. V Collections supported V, and they were also like indirect support for Premium because a lot of times they brought new boss cards to decks, and it was always really cool. Like, sometimes they worked, sometimes they did it, and that's fine. I thought it's cool to have like separate things, right? It's nice to have different metas. Like, did not just have like a copy paste of V-Deck plus G-Zone, you know? Like, it's cool to have like separate things. But it just sucks when we had something that worked and people liked, and they stopped doing it, and then they say and then they just pull the plug. Like, so I don't really buy the they can't thing. Because it's not that they can't, they just won't, and they don't want to. Straight up. That's what it is. They dropped BRO too. That was another thing, just like as an aside. BRO I thought was cool. Like, I get it had its issues, and it was probably way too easy to cheat. But it's not like Vanguard players aren't known for being dirty little cheaters anyways. So, I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's it. Maybe I'll probably check out the real 15th stream Maybe I'll like stream it when it comes around. Who knows? I'm doing that more now. Of course, I've said that before, so who knows? Anyway, before I go, just so we're clear, fuck ICE, fuck Trump, free Palestine. And if you have anything different to say about it, fuck you. Peace.